And can't tell it's not that show, everybody. John said he might be late. Maybe late. Let's see.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Okay. Yeah,
But we'll
especially late
persevere.
started, so
I mean, yeah. At this point,
he can't be on time
only be
anymore.
late. He can only be
He
late.
can only be late.
Yeah, only be late. Yeah.
But we got to meet you. We got Tandy. Get myself.
That's right.
Amici, I'll start with you. How are you doing?
Yeah. Good. It's gonna be cold again tomorrow, or like.
We're gonna get some cold, and then I think Thursday's supposed to be the coldest.
Amici, you don't like the cold?
No, I don't. I like moderate temperatures.
I actually do like the cold in some aspects, at a reasonable amount. Although I'm at the point now where like I feel it in my bones, like I'm like, man, why does my leg hurt? The cold is coming. That's
hilarity.
I'm at that point now. But other than that, yeah. What about you, Tandy? How are you doing?
I'm good, but I just like some consistency in my temperature, in my outer environs. Yeah. If we're gonna be cold, let's stick with it. If we're gonna be warm, let's just stick with it for a while. Just consistency.
Right.
That's
Can we go back to the slowly up and slowly down again? Like
yes.
That was okay with me. I
can
adjust with it. I'm good. But
I thought you guys said you wanted excitement in your weather.
Nope.
You said this is
I want boring,
predictable. When's the last time you surprised me, weather? I thought you said that.
I want stable, boring, predictable weather. I know where you are all the time. We know what we're doing every night.
Thank you. Well, my weather on a schedule. There are going to be 14 cold days, followed by just 2 moderate. Okay, cool. I like that. I can count on that. But you can't go shorts Saturday, jacket and scarf Monday.
Stable, dependable weather. That's what they say. But you really want some bad weather. You want some bad weather
though. Some bad weather. The kind that'll get you in trouble.
Turn. Yeah.
Stop hanging out with that weather.
Why are you going outside? It's bad weather out there.
I love weather. I love bad weather.
I love that. Not bad. Misunderstood weather.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Your mama left her family for me. They kept telling me I was bad weather.
I remember watch Twister a number of nights ago, a couple of weeks ago. The first one. I haven't seen the second one. And like in the beginning of the movie is that scene where she's a little girl and they go into like the storm shelter and the dad's like holding the door and the door rips off and takes him away. and like the whole movie in the back of my head, she's like trying to get her dad back from these tornadoes, just chasing down tornadoes. Give me back my dad. I know she doesn't say that, but I think that's in subtext of the movie.
That's
Give
what.
me back my dad.
When she went like the big reveal when she's in weather college. What? I mean, when she's studying meteorology in college, weather school.
It's called weather college. Yes.
Weather college.
That's where seasons go to learn how to be. Yeah. How to handle
it. It's bad weather. Bad weather didn't go.
Bad weather skips.
It's in the reform school for bad weather boys and girls.
But yeah, chasing her dad.
Never thought about it that way, but I don't know that I paid that close attention to Twister. Maybe it deserves another look. Now that
it's not bad. It's not bad. The tornadoes in there are very symbolic. They're a metaphor for this character.
I think they had the new one showing a little bit at the nail shop. That's how I like my nails. You gotta entertain me some kind of way. Show a movie from the jailbroken fire stick. But anyhow, they had it on. But every time I go there, there's some action movie. I'm like, whose nails are you doing in it? They don't even play the movies for the population that comes in. I think it's just for like the few dudes that do your nails. I'm like, let's watch this fighting movie. What? Man, it's so many dramas we can get on this jail stick. That's what we got to do. But you know what? Too, those dramas make you commit, right? If it's a good drama, like let my nails dry a little bit longer. I want to get to the end of this. But if
That's true. That's true. You can pop out
the
of
chairs turning.
Yeah, that's right. You can pop in and out on action. That's probably the edict they got from the back. No dramas. In and out.
It's not a movie. Who's back there? It's just sort of Miss Featherbottom sort of. Let it be known.
Got they import a British person.
In my nail salon, there'll be no drama show.
They're just there to read the edicts. They're not there to do any other thing, but to make it sound official. And why
is it coming from a scroll?
Exactly. That's it. That happens. Well, how you doing, Antoine? I know you asked about how you feel. What's up?
Well, thank you for asking. Yeah, doing okay over here. Went to the doctor today. He's predicting maybe 5 more weeks. Maybe.
All right. Okay.
We'll see. We're doing X-ray in about 4 weeks and see how it looks.
Okay. You're getting that Punxsutawney treatment. Go in, figure out how many more weeks of this you got.
Oh, it took me a little bit to be like, Punxsutawney Phil, I know that. How does this, is this like a Groundhog's Day? No. How many more weeks?
More weeks?
Tandy speaks in riddles. The Punxsutawney treatment. Yeah, that's what the doctor did. He looked at the X-ray and then he brought out a little groundhog from his drawer. He picked it up.
Let the groundhog
about 5 more weeks.
How much longer you got?
He put him back in the drawer. Probably shouldn't go to him anymore. But 5 weeks.
I mean, some people like their holistic medicine and superstitions tied in with their current medical care. It makes for an interesting experience.
As long as they accept your insurance, right?
Indeed. I took one of those like online political leaning surveys. Like,
yes.
where do I stand? And one of the questions was about like medical care. Like, it was a multiple choice one. It was like, it basically said like, how should a doctor handle? Should doctors be able to give you advice that doesn't line up with like popular agreement in the like health community, in the medical community? And like, a couple of answers like, no, he should only stick to what's been like proven and agreed upon. As well, like, you can trust your doctor. He has to give you what's the word? An asterisk. He has to give you a
disclaimer.
Yeah, if he gives you something. What do you guys think? If you go to a doctor, can he or she like just give you something that's like, I know this isn't the health community hasn't come around to this, but for you, I would recommend this.
If it's not like maybe like an exercise or some kind of thing you can do, or maybe some foods you can eat, something like that. That's probably low risk. All right. But you ain't gonna be whipping nothing out from underneath your little white coat, or sending me.
He's like pulled out a little vial.
Yeah, don't tell anybody about this. But
and how far away are they getting from the expertise as well? Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, how far is too far, Michi?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I come in for a cold or something, and he's talking about, I don't know, my posture or something like that, right?
Well, he's like, oh yeah, your cold will go away if you stood up straight for once in your goddamn life. Doc.
But the medical community doesn't want me to tell you that. I just say it because you need to hear it.
But those arguments bother me so much because I just, it's hard for me to believe that at least thousands of people may be a part of a agreed upon medical society or organization. It's hard for me to believe that you get all thousands of those people. Like if one person says standing up straight reduces colds, right?
Mhm.
I've done the research and this is what happens. And so if they peer review it, they may all agree. Yeah. But if one person just says, hey, you know what? I just noticed this thing. If you do this, this is what happens, right? And or let's go back to my point. I missed it. I overtalked it. If he says if you stand up, you get rid of colds, right? And here's the research, and everybody looks at it. But then there's the medication lobby right there. Like, no, you got to sell medicines. No, it's so hard for me to believe that all like let's say more than 70% of those people will be like standing up straight, pish posh. That's just, you're just messing this thing up. We're going to go here. I can't imagine that all of them like don't have the good sense to say, hey, here's something easy and free for the people that'll extend their lives. Why don't we back it? It's hard for me to believe that if there's a good idea out there that doesn't cost much and all you got to do is that one thing, that so many medical, well, let's say doctors in this case would just say no, we're going to go with the medicine lobby because we know it's true. That's hard for me to believe. That's
we
hard.
cut to Tandy saying this too. We got to Tandy saying this to a more tenured doctor as she like walks down a unfamiliar hall. Oh, shh. Hey.
Yeah. What?
Look.
What?
Of course. Yes. Of course. We're all doctors here. We're all super intelligent. We know if there's something free and easy for the people, then the quote unquote right thing to do would be to do it. But don't say that here, okay?
Why not?
The walls have ears. The ceilings have eyes.
I mean, so
big
what?
Medicine is listening.
Oh, Big Medicine, huh?
Hey, you got it. You're a doctor, okay? Don't tell me you haven't heard about Big Medicine.
Of course I've heard of Big Medicine. I mean, but
if you want to be a part of this community, you got to play the game, okay? Part of that. Here's let me tell you.
Okay.
One of the reasons why, this may sound silly to you, but one of the reasons why we lean more into the prescription side is because it's just more fun.
Yeah.
You can get into being a doctor to not give out drugs. You're a legal drug dealer. Think of all the different names of medications that you can prescribe, all the little pill bottles, all the colors they come in. You want to get away from that? That's what the people want. That's why they come to us. They come to us for drugs and for fun pills that have little letters on them. And you want to tell them to stand up straight and eat healthy and exercise. Of course, we all know that.
I mean, you kind of got a point. I really like writing those confusing prescriptions when nobody can read. And like my signature, nobody like knows exactly what my name is.
Oh, the indescribable signature is one of my favorite things. So if you want to be a part of this community and want to go into this meeting right here and talk about the next big medicine coming out, then you gotta keep focus, okay? I don't want to hear you talking about these holistic things. We all know it. But we play the game, all right? There's a place and a time.
Got it. Okay.
Okay, guys, we're here to talk about the next big medicine we're putting out there. Great. Yeah, get your growls out. Here we have a new drug called Wake 'em Up. The way these work is you take one as soon as you wake up in the morning, and in a few minutes you will feel wide awake. Now, some people say we don't need this at all, but this is something we can sell to the people. What do you guys think?
I mean, I think it's a great idea. Do you have any pictures of what the pill looks like?
Yeah. It's these big, thick blue pills.
Oh, thick. That looks like real important medicine right there. I like it. I like it.
Tani, looks like you have something you want to.
Just a quick question. Most people, when they wake up, after a short period of time, they're awake. So I'm just wanting to know what the mechanism of action this pill. I mean, like,
what are you doing?
No. I mean, I'm not against the pill. I just wanted to. It's just, I mean, just so I can educate my patients when they ask me. Yeah.
Yes, that's reasonable.
Tandy, you don't want to speak like that right now. While we're in this room that has walls with ears and ceilings with eyes. Big medicine can hear everything.
Oh, yeah, big medicine.
They're really excited about the wake 'em up pill.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
pretty color,
excited, right?
Yeah.
It's a nice turquoise.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Ooh, turquoise. Maybe it'll be in a gel format soon.
Yeah.
How long? No value, no, nothing to this question. How long has it been on the market there?
It's brand new. I was just given this a few minutes ago. Hey, Tandy, can I talk to you over here? And
okay.
Wait. Now. He did it now.
Wait.
No,
Okay. Cool. Let's stand here in the center of the room, as far away from the walls and ceilings as possible.
Okay.
Okay. Tandy.
What?
You gotta be careful.
I thought
the things you're saying.
Well, what's an appropriate thing to say or question to ask? I thought that's what we do here.
No questions. We just push what big medicine tells us to do. Okay.
Okay.
That's what we all do here.
Okay. I was just kind of using the scientific method. I didn't know. Sorry. I'll just push it.
Okay.
But, okay. Wait. But do you really believe this? Like, are you in?
I cannot speak freely in here. Okay. It's really not that. But no, I don't.
Okay.
I'm just doing what I'm told. Okay. Like we all are.
All right. Well, everybody is.
All of a sudden, a big guy walked into the room. Why are we standing in the middle of the room here? You're supposed to be at a reasonable distance from the walls and ceiling.
Just getting some air.
Yep. Right here in the middle, and this pill shines so much brighter under that chandelier here. You're
new here.
Yeah, I am.
Well,
how are you?
I don't know if they told you about that. We have a bit of a ritual we like for the new people to the group. In this little pill bottle, I got something for you. This helps you join the group. Helps you feel like you're part of the group. Why don't you go ahead and take that pill?
You gotta do it. We've all done it. We've all done it. Yeah, you gotta do it.
And scene. And that's what happens to every doctor.
That's what
pretty accurate portrayal.
That's so sad. I don't think it's
feels like a adult after school special.
Take
the drugs if you want to be like us.
I'm sure it's kind of like somewhere down the middle. There's some good stuff that's not doesn't require a pill, and then there's some things that really help you, and you need a pill. Sure, I'm okay with that. I can live in a world where that's true.
You can live in a world where a doctor can sort of recommend something that isn't common practice.
But as long as there's minimal risk, like I'm not gonna take something that they've concocted. Minimal.
I like that in your scenario. They're the ones who the lab medicine. It's not
It
like,
must.
yeah, it's not like all you have to do is make a shake with like cod liver and like paprika or something. Like, no, they made their own little thing that they're gonna do. If a doctor gives you medicine directly from them that isn't prescribed, do not take it.
That's what I'm saying.
Throw that out there.
You walk into the room, there's like pots and pans and
Like, I see so many people like
stirring stuff. Like, hey, come in, come on. I'll be down in a minute.
People come up with like their own hair concoctions for hair growth and all of this stuff, and they lip makeup and they go on Shark Tank. You just imagine like doctors just coming up. But I mean, I'm sure that's probably what the research process is. It's just more formalized. I quit. I'm done. I'm gonna stop talking about it. Yeah, so there's that.
Okay. So we didn't get really a chance to think too much before this, but what's been top of mind for you two? What's been grinding your gears or perking your ears?
Plane crashes.
Plane crash has been crazy, right? And it's one of those things where it's like, is this a normal amount of crashes? And we're just reporting on it more, or is it like it's something weird happening? There's been like 4 in the news in like the last couple of weeks, right?
Probably more.
That seems high.
Yeah, that's significant. But I don't have any upcoming trips, so that's just me just talking out loud. Like, what's the most disturbing thing? There are a lot of disturbing things, but what's the most disturbing, or what's the most frightening to me? And it would be to be in a plane crash, or just knowing people experience that. I mean, that's just the idea, not really top. I mean, whatever. It's just something.
Yeah, I mean, the most recent one was the Delta one, right? It went upside down, which is insane. But also, no one died.
No one died,
which is amazing.
Yep.
I don't know, a plane going upside down, like on land, like when it lands. I haven't seen the video. I'm sure I could find out. Maybe I'll just do that. But yeah, I believe there's video out there that shows it landing and then flipping.
Yeah. No, that's somebody said that's the. I think it was a retired flight attendant. It was like the fact that everybody lived. Props to the flight attendants on that flight and the seatbelts. Just props to them. Well, yeah. Yeah. So seatbelts are important. We all agree.
We all agree.
We all agree.
No, I disagree. I
know someone who does it. Like, they'll just ride and let that thing ding and ding until like they disable. When seatbelts started coming on automatically in your car, they disabled that function. And I was like, why? They want to get wrinkled up.
Is it? Yeah. Not in the car. I think that's the last place I would not want a seatbelt on.
Right. Video. Oh.
Looks normal.
No. Oh.
Wow.
Yeah, just to describe it, the plane comes in, touches down, everything is seemingly normal, but pretty much as soon as it lands, like it starts like a fireball burst out, right? Like dark smoke and fire burst out, and you see the other wing flip over the top of it, and then it's just sliding upside down, which is like, I feel like I've seen that in action movies,
Yes.
This is, I can't imagine being in a seat while that's happening.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna need tighter drone video coverage of airspaces heretofore, because we need some good video of what's
Some good
happening.
angles. You want some angles?
Yeah, something. Yeah, I want to see it all. Be horrified.
Ted, if you had drones flying in the air, that's gonna cause issues.
It'd be crashing. My plan offers maximum risk to
like
people
20
flying.
drones flying around the airspace, like swatting mosquitoes out of the way.
Trying to swerve around them.
Well, it ain't my fault you can't affix nothing to the sky. I didn't come up. I ain't do it.
There you go again with Tandy's affix things to the sky idea.
We've come up with several segments this show. How many more weeks for Antoine? And
affix the thing to the sky.
Ain't my fault. Can't put it up there.
Andy, I'm telling you, those are just satellites floating in space. They're not affixed to the sky.
They don't move, Antoine. They don't move.
They do move. It's just very slow. They're far away. It's hard to tell unless you watch them. Affixed to the sky. Just hang it up there.
Put it there. There's so much of it. You're not going to run out of space.
Yeah. Plane crashes.
Yeah.
Been going crazy out there. But does it make me think twice about getting on a plane? Kinda. If I'm being honest. I feel like there's something going on and like gotta figure that out, but they say it's still the safest form of travel.
It's just so many people involved at one time. I'm not saying that car crashes are better or have minimal impact, because any loss of life is terrible. But when you got like 80, 90, 100, and maybe 200 something people all at once, that's when it makes you sicker. Sicker, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, I know exactly what you mean.
Safe or not, that's quite a few. Like every time I get on a plane, I would think like, do I want to die with that guy? Do I want to die with that guy? Oh, we're not gonna die. That baby's on here. I do that. I just go down the aisle.
That baby's on here. We're not gonna die. That's against the rules. No, yeah, the planes. Yeah, you're right, because it's a lot of people, and it's like it's kind of an all or nothing thing, depending on the crash. Like when I think about a big boat, there's hundreds of people on board, but it's in water, and there's other smaller boats you can hop on in case something goes wrong. So there's like, you have a chance. But with a plane, there's not little other planes you can hop on to get off the bigger plane if something goes wrong.
That's why Tandy's drones come in.
Can you imagine? They like, something goes wrong and they like open a hatch and it's like, everyone grab a drone. And hop off the plane and hold on. That'd be amazing.
So it's so important. You see? It's there right there. Well, no, yeah, that's
part of me. I feel like there should be like, I don't know, for some reason I keep coming to the idea of like a personal airbag kind of like bubble that just pops up around you if there's any massive impact.
Okay.
I can't make it make sense in the real world, but the idea is if you're involved in any sort of high impact thing, whether it be in a car or a plane or whatever, an airbag pops up from your belt or your clothes or whatever and surrounds you in a bubble, right? Okay. And then as over time, you can get out of it. It loses air and you can get out of it. But it's something that will create a safe protective shield against whatever's happening, because stuff happens so fast, but it needs to be faster. And that's why I came to Shark Tank.
We cut to two guys standing outside of their cars. hey man, look, I got the parking spot before you. I know you want to fight me over it, but
Yeah,
I'm
I
telling
do.
you, it's
Yeah, I do.
It's hopeless though.
What do you mean it's hopeless? I'm
You'll
getting
never
this
land a
parking
punch.
spot.
You never get
I'm never.
Yeah.
Yo. My nickname is Jabs. Okay, I throw some punches. Watch this. What? What is this? What is this?
This is my protective shell. Yeah, you can't get through.
That's weak, man. Fight me like a man for this parking spot. This is your manhood on the line right here.
I don't want to fight and I don't want to get hurt. So I have this protective shell that I developed. It shoots out of my belt, out of my clothes, forms a shell around me. Nothing gets in, nothing gets out. I will be in here for 8 hours. That's enough time for you to calm down and go about your business.
It seems like a long time, man, for 8 hours. Just because I threw a punch at you? Okay. Tell you what, then I'm just gonna roll you out of the way. Hey. And I'm gonna take your car and move it.
Oh my keys! I dropped my keys.
we cut to Bubble Guy at home. I've made a decision. I know we've been having some problems in our relationship, but I just feel that, you know, we'd probably be better separate than together. So
just because I lost my job because I
because
was
you
outside in the parking lot.
outside in the parking lot.
Hours,
yeah, they told you
rolled around.
They told you if you had another no call no show that you would be terminated.
It was right outside,
but it was within your power. Amici, you could have taken a few punches. You don't ever want to take anything that makes you uncomfortable. This constant self-protecting from all dangers.
Well, this conversation is making me uncomfortable right now.
No, come on. Look, it is.
It's
6 o'clock. If you go in there for 8 hours, it's just gonna mess up. Come on! It's your night to do the dishes.
I can't. Well, I guess I can't do the dishes tonight.
Oh,
I'm stuck in the living room.
You were supposed to help Jeremy with his homework too. You can't do that in that bubble. You're leaving everything on me again.
There's nothing I can do about it. I guess I can't talk about all of our problems and issues. I'm just gonna be in here in my protective egg for 8 hours.
Totally fine. I'm gonna take the deed to the house.
What?
I'm taking Jeremy. We've got our bags packed.
I thought I had the deed in my pocket.
No, I'm taking all your stash of money out of the drawer, and I'm leaving.
Oh man,
I know this is so. But come on, Jeremy, help me. Listen, we're gonna roll you. We're gonna roll you out the way so we can get out the door.
And scene. It's crossed my mind. Yeah, it's crossed my mind.
I like it.
It can't be like a full on like hamster ball. It needs to be 8 hours. Just to the dangers out of the way, you know.
Until you calm down. I love that.
Until you calm down.
You can't be mad for 8 hours, right?
That's fair. Yeah. That would stop a fight real quick, right? Someone goes through a punch, all of a sudden just get bubbleized.
I love that.
I'm fine anymore. That's it.
Well, save your life on a plane. Now, would this bubble thing float, or you would just be protected?
It would float.
Okay.
It would float.
Okay. Yes.
So in like a flood situation, you could use it to.
Okay. When you're on
float on the
high
current.
seas. Did y'all see that clip? Speaking of things floating in water, the clip of the guy, I think it was in South America. He and his father were out in the water. I don't know if it was AI or not. I never investigated further, but the whale swallowed him and then spit him back. Like went in, swallowed, and then spit him back out.
Mm-hmm.
You see? Okay. Is it? I don't know if it's true or not. Again, I didn't investigate. I just kept seeing the clip come up. Because I was thinking about, you're in your little bubble suit. You're like, oh yeah, you'd be protected until a whale swallowed you.
Well, well, ideally, the bubble suit would help prevent the whale from like swallowing you, depending on how big it is. I mean, I know whales are big.
Or it will float it to the surface until it spat you back out. Right?
Yeah, it floats the whole whale.
What's that?
Hey, Phil, you look a little bloated there. Something you ate? Yeah. No, I believe it's real. They interviewed the guy and everything. Look,
Yeah.
It's on CBS.
Okay, yeah, legit news outlets showed it. Okay, you can watch this, Michi.
Oh.
Yep. That was
Here he
it.
goes.
It happened that fast.
And out he goes.
Out. It's crazy.
That's madness.
Crazy.
It's kind of like
Again,
a bubble
like-
suit.
It is kind of like a bubble
What,
suit.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It looks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
It's sort of bubblish, right?
It just happens so fast. Isn't it wild that like a whale could sneak up on you?
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
that big, you just don't even hear it coming. My waters. But yeah, I did hear an interview with the guy, and he was like, yeah, he was just swimming in there, and then all of a sudden he just felt like a big pressure on him, and everything went dark, and he was like, well, I'm gonna die. And there's nothing he could really do. And then next thing he knows, he was out again. Do you but here's the thing. You know he goes back in the water. You know he's back on that kayak like in under a week. That's what
I would guess he probably stayed out in the water for another couple of hours before he went on.
This wasn't a sign. It wasn't like, hey man, maybe you shouldn't be here.
I'm out here already, still early. I'm not hungry yet.
Well's trying to tell you something, man.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, what was that? What if that was your warning?
That was
Your
the
warning
warning
shot.
swallow.
Mm-hmm.
You know I can do this, right? But I'm not gonna get out of here.
Yeah, you didn't even hear me coming.
At
Your
all.
dad didn't do anything. Okay,
He's just
Dad-
recording.
That stood there, watch.
Well, my son's getting swallowed by a whale. How you processing? What you doing out there? Probably didn't know until yeah, maybe when he popped up. He's like, "What happened? I was inside."
Like as a dad, like in my head, you grab a harpoon and you dive in. I don't know.
Right. Yeah.
What you do.
Hey,
Give me back my son.
He's chasing whales.
Yeah, just like it's like a tornado.
Yeah.
Give me back my son. God. Stabs a whale.
Now you got to go to whale college.
You
and
got-
know
Whale
about
college,
whales.
just start chasing whales. This is the big one right here. Give me back my son.
If let's say the inflatable suit and the whale swallows it and it makes the whale like float, how long do you think countries would let a whale float in air before they shot it down? Like
Oh, it's
what?
like floating in the air.
Oh, in the air.
It's like
I think that's a service, but I like in the air. That's even better.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about it floating. Your super suit.
I like
It
it. Okay,
whatever.
yeah, no,
It just
there's the capsule that when it pops open, it breaks and it releases helium into an outer layer of the bubble, and that lifts you into the air at a reasonable height, but it's strong
reasonable
enough
height.
to lift a whale.
Okay, I got it. Yeah.
And it just floats along. Whale confused. Everyone else is confused.
People looking at the whale in the sky.
How long before they shoot it
How
down?
long? Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good question. That's a good question.
Yeah.
If it's in America, if it's in the South, probably. Probably within the hour. Man, shoot that whale down. People think that the whale will like crash like an airplane. That's the whale. Oh, I guess the sound this would make.
Yeah, I'm thinking probably not long.
I feel like people would think, like, is that a balloon? Like, is that some sort of whale-shaped balloon?
Yeah.
And
then
pick out the phones and zoom in. They're like, no, it's a real flying whale. It's an alien.
That would be something. I mean, I don't know. I would change my life if I like saw a whale floating.
Yeah, that's fair.
I would. Yeah, I'm not gonna go back to business as usual. That's some kind of sign. That's
But then you learn it was just a man in a balloon inside of the whale that lifted it. Does that change anything for you?
Yes. Heck yes.
I thought that was a real whale flying.
Yeah. That was a sign. It's just some guy trying not to die on a plane.
Have you read Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy?
I have not.
Amici? Yeah. So you remember there's like, I guess when they determine Earth is like meant to be decommissioned or whatever they call it, like at one point all the dolphins in the water just like fly into the air and leave the planet.
Yeah.
And you leave a message that says thanks for all the fish. Yeah, that's it.
I've heard that phrase before. I wasn't sure what it was connected to.
Yeah, so long, thanks for the fish.
So long, thanks for all the fish. They just fly into the air out of the water and leave the planet. So yes, you should take it as a sign.
Yeah. Oh man. Oh yeah. Man, would be something. That would be.
Okay, I'm gonna do it. I'm going there.
What you doing?
We're getting political real fast. What's going on here? Like I said, I'm here at home.
I know what's happening.
I'm sure my wife is tired of me. What is it like out there? What is the discourse out in the streets on what's going on right now? Because I'm in internet, pockets, and I'm seeing news articles, and I'm following like our Texas representatives as they're posting craziness. What's it like out there?
Probably similar to what you're experiencing online.
Is no one talking about it? Is everyone avoiding it? Could
be in the circles I run in. It's not a big source of conversation other than see there, see what's happening. I mean, just what you think was gonna happen. What did you think? There's a lot of that, but then there's also like fear and sadness too, right? We have in our hospital system, the federal mandate that hospitals are no longer protected spaces, and you have the potential for immigration agents or whatever other federal authority to come in and make changes, etc. So there are people asking questions like, well, I talk to people on the phone and they're scared to come in. They're scared. What can we offer? And I just think that's sad. I mean, the health of one basically impacts the health of all of us. So if somebody's out there with some TB or some measles and they're scared to go in and get treatment, now that's just exposure to the rest of the world. And I mean, and ultimately to that person's life and their health and safety. So, I mean, I guess I hear about it a lot from that standpoint. Yeah. I mean, just the decisions made, not so much the politics. And this was the good thing, or no, this was a bad thing. It's like, look at what it's doing. That's bad. That's sad.
Yeah, that is. Yeah, people are scared, confused, concerned about going into schools and hospitals.
Yeah,
it's not the society I want to live in. Our kid got accepted to KIP, and we had to like, well, we know that there's like funding stuff going on and like school voucher stuff going on. Like,
Yeah.
what does that do to his, opportunity to join the school? Like, what does it do to that school?
Yeah.
You got to consider that with his options.
And that, yeah, Twan. So it's as you would say, it's a lot to consider.
It's a lot to consider.
There are no battle royales going on or like heated. Nobody gets heated like face to face. Most heated stuff is online where you can't really back up what you're saying. So there's not. I haven't witnessed it. I'm gonna walk by, seeing two people going at it about the current state of things, and I'm not watching the news, so I'm not in the know. That's another thing too. So I'm not. Yeah, I don't watch. So I read about some stuff, but I'm not locking.
Yeah, news is a great source for like hourly outrage. Like you want to be outraged about another thing in the next hour or so, you can watch the news. What about you, Amici?
Yeah, kind of similar to Tandy. I mean, almost like too busy to keep up with hourly, daily news anyway. I'm work this is my busy time of the year for work. Teaching, coaching, doing writing things. So yeah, staying busy, and I think that's sort of almost like a good sort of distraction as well. Just to not like get so down about stuff.
Well, I guess one aspect of it that I'm curious about is like how is it, if at all, manifesting in the comedy space? Does it pop up in shows? Does it pop up in green room talks? Like, how is comedy in Houston responding to all this? May not be. This may be, a sanctuary away from it.
That's what I'd like to think. Haven't heard of any like backlashy kind of thing. Well, maybe that's also what the other troop I'm in, Just Us, is having a Black History Month event on Saturday. So, I haven't heard any backlash. I think it was on station stories, but I haven't seen any comments or heard anything from anyone. But we just put the stuff out like within the last couple of days, so maybe let it brew. But I doubt that it would come from somebody in the community, like face to face, right? People may write stuff, they may do stuff, but nobody's gonna come and be like, "Shut this shit down." We're not supposed to. What'd you say? This shit must be shut down. Hasn't been any word like, "Why are y'all doing this? This space is not for." I haven't heard any of that. Let's see. Anything from the stand-up?
Yeah. Okay. Hey, everybody's being mature adults out there. Is what I'm hearing.
What do you want? What do you think's happening?
What
are you envisioning?
I think I would assume that there is talk in the green room.
Okay.
Just about craziness going on. A lot of riffing, a lot of like, can you believe the stuff? But I also would think that some of it would surface in a scene here and there on the show, and then like, how's the crowd react? I don't know. Not saying that people are coming out and be like, I'm Elon Musk and I do it. Like, it's not that like direct, but you may hear some reference to something here or there. But I don't know. We're not necessarily like a very political scene, right? Like in LA or New York, probably way different. I imagine. Like everybody's trying to give like hot takes on things and such, but here in Houston, we kind of keep it. I don't know how you would describe it.
Yeah, the takes on. We don't do the hot takes. We can keep them moderate. Keep them in a
moderate take.
On the swing up and down.
It's a blue city, but it's an oil and gas city at the same time.
We cut to outside of Antoine's house. There's someone knocking on the door. Knock knock. Knock 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 knock.
Hello?
Hi. I'm sorry to disturb you, but I was having a discussion with my neighbor out here, and we were just talking about the last election, and all of a sudden a rock flew through the air and hit me in the back of my head.
Oh my goodness.
And we looked, and it seemed like the trajectory of the rock came from your house, from that window over there in your house. And I don't want to accuse you of anything, but I don't want you to throw anything and hit me. I don't think that's the right thing to do.
You think I threw a rock? Let me ask you something. What were you saying right when I threw allegedly this rock?
Well, I was talking to my neighbor here, and we were discussing what's going on with the Department of Education, funding being pulled in the state of Texas, and private schools versus public, and the vouchers. And
I'm glad you brought this up, because I've been dying to talk to someone about this. So I'm glad you came over to bring me into this conversation. Yeah, so it's crazy out there, right? Hold on, let me talk. Yeah, I'm going to be gone for about 2 hours. So I don't know. Shutting down the Department of Education is a wild thing to do. I mean, I think we can all agree on that.
Okay,
I mean, maybe it wasn't a perfect system.
Yeah. You threw that rock. You threw that rock. You threw the rock.
What do you mean I threw the rock?
Yeah, obviously you're starved for political discourse and having a conversation with people, and you saw us having a conversation.
You knocked on my door and told me what you were discussing, which I agree is an important topic, probably more important than whoever threw the rock. So I think we should focus on the big issues. So, for example, bringing in Linda McMahon to lead the whole thing is like...
Sir, would you just admit you threw the rock, please? That's it.
I can't believe you guys are still talking about this random rock. There's hundreds of thousands of rocks out here that could have come from anywhere, and you're still focused on it. You're missing the big picture, guys.
The big picture is you attacked me. You threw a rock. You assaulted me, hit me in my head.
You know what's being assaulted? The state of education in this country is what's being assaulted. If anyone's throwing rocks, it's this administration throwing rocks to the brains of our kids. That's what we should be talking about when we're talking about rocks.
Normal people who don't have someone to talk to, sometimes they get online. They find friends there or conversations there that they can join. They don't start whacking people in the back of the head with rocks and then pretending that they didn't.
Why people can't talk about politics in the public, because people get so personal. You keep talking about how it affects you. I'm talking about you. I'm trying to focus on the whole country. I thought you guys wanted to talk about that, but I guess I'll go back to my house.
Yeah, you do that.
And before I do, so there's a whole school voucher system being proposed, and I think it's really just a way to get more money to the private school system. And I think we can all kind of see this thinly veiled lie they're trying to push. Are you guys with me? You following? Am I moving too fast?
No, I have to take my friend to the hospital because she has a concussion. We just came to see if you would admit to throwing the rock before you went to the hospital. That's it. But since you won't, we're just going to get out of here. Okay.
Well, before you go, your name's Amici, right?
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't help but notice your belt. All right, now you can't drive to the hospital for the next 8 hours.
I dropped my keys. My keys are in my pocket, so I can't get out.
He's gonna be in that thing for 8 hours, and I'm too confused and weak to roll him back to his house.
Well, that's okay, because it's really going to take us some time to dig into these issues. It's a deeper well than just the headlines. And scene. Oh no. My bubble.
Oh. That'll with you.
Yeah, maybe.
I hope your online conversations are fulfilling, because it's not that much. People aren't, in my circles anyway, not doing too much of it publicly.
There's one of our Texas representatives. I think he's a congressman. I should learn his full title. His name is like Brian Babin. I've been following him on Facebook, and he'll post these dumb headlines. Really pro-Trump stuff, and I've been leaving comments on his posts. I know he doesn't. He never responds. I tag him in every one. He never responds.
You are drunk, so you throwing rocks.
I'm not. But I'm not being. Most of the time, I'm not being real mean with it. But I do.
You're responding to things he starts, right? He threw
yes.
the first rock.
Oh, okay.
The first rock.
You're saying okay.
You're
saying
me.
Yeah.
Being someone in his district, right? If I look up my address and look up my representative, he's one of them. You should listen. But it's it's dumb. It's real dumb. Luckily, most of the people in the comment section seem to be demanding better things from him.
Yeah. How we got to this point where we're not demanding the best of things, not progressing, moving forward. Regression is rarely great.
Rarely great. It's rarely great again. I'll tell you that.
Getting back to the basics.
You got lucky if it was great the first time.
No.
You're lucky being great again. Okay, well, like I said, we didn't have to talk about the whole thing. In fact, we can go ahead going out of here. All right.
Why? It's not over.
I thought
it ain't. No, it ain't over.
What's up, Tandy?
Oh no. I mean, whatever you want to do. You want to cut it short.
Say it.
Fine by me. Call the doctor. Get Punxsutawney feel out. Let him look at your leg. Let's see how many more minutes we ain't got.
We cut to a round table of doctors. I have something I want to say.
Okay,
speak up.
I know that I'm supposed to be recommending and prescribing pills to all my patients for everything that they have. But I got to be honest. I got a confession. I haven't for the last few months. I've been using. I have a groundhog that I keep in my drawer, and I bring that out, and I look at the shadow that it casts, and I use that to tell people whether or not they're going to get better. Based on the shadow and the lighting in the room, it could be anywhere from a couple of days to a few weeks. That's what I've been doing. I'm sorry. I can't anymore. I can't. I know the pills there are all these colors and numbers and shapes, but it can hurt. There are side effects, right? There are side effects, guys. And my Punxsutawney Phil groundhog guy has no side effects. He's just adorable.
Dr. Antoine, normally I would be very upset with you and throw insults and go crazy, but I've been taking wake 'em ups for about 2 weeks, and I haven't slept for even 5 minutes. And that actually sounds like something I should be doing. Where can I find a groundhog to stick in my drawer and put out whenever I need to talk to a patient? Where's mine?
This is what we should all be asking ourselves. Where's our own personal groundhog that we can rely on? You can't rely on pharmaceuticals for the rest of our lives.
You can't. The most successful tool I've used is I've got a blimp that I've painted and designed in the shape of a whale, and I've been flying it a couple of times. I tell my patients, if you see a whale flying, that's a sign. Change your life.
We cut to Dr. Tandy talking to a patient. Wait a second. You want me to look out this window?
Look out that window right there. Look up right there, right now. Go ahead.
My God. Oh my God. You're not gonna believe this.
What?
There's I think that's a whale floating by in the sky. This is crazy.
I've been telling you, you gotta lower your cholesterol. That's a sign. Now's the time to do
it. We're gonna go ahead and go on out of here, everybody. Thank you for hanging out. We do this every first Tuesday.
Am I talking? Can you hear me?
What were we saying?
Oh no, I was saying Station Theater Saturday, Black History, comedy, CTUN will be performing.
Yeah.
Black as fuck. Come on out. PHUCK.